Well, good morning. It's another day at Mike's Marvelous Mess, and we're starting some new projects. You know, we've been talking about how we're finishing up on the inside of the house. Now we're starting to work on the outside. Casey's still working on windows, and I'm working on some projects in the back here, if I can get the gate open. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna turn you around and show you the big plan here. All right, so we've got this nice pad right here that you can store an RV or something like that on. And then right over here on this side, we've still got a bunch of grass. And I'd like to have some more room here. You can see my trailer fits in here, but I'd like to be able to put it in and still get something else on the other side. And I don't like this gate system that they have. The gate is rather narrow the way that it is. So we're gonna demo that, and we are gonna put a new gate in, and it's gonna go from this corner right here all the way over to this corner right here. And then we'll have like a 16-foot gate instead of that little 8.5-foot gate. So we'll put concrete out here, and then next week we've got a container coming, an 8x20 container. And that container is gonna go 3 feet from this end of the concrete, so that we'll still have a pass through here and you won't have to walk all the way around the container. But we're gonna put the container out here, 8x20, and that will kind of seal off this backyard portion, and it will make it a little bit more secluded. It will cover this here from the road, and it will frame in our backyard pool and deck that we're gonna be putting in. So we are actually making some progress. In addition to that, we we'll be getting our new garage flooring put in about a week or 10 days. And the guys, whoops, it's dark in here. So the guys are gonna be putting in the new garage flooring in about 10 days. And it's not an epoxy base, it's stronger than epoxy. They come in and grind the floor down and do it all in one day. Then we've got the sheetrock guys coming day after tomorrow. So they're gonna come in and they're gonna put sheetrock in the garage on the ceiling and turn this garage area into a nice man cave place where we can put, you know, like our cars and play toys and things like that. So, still making progress. So the guys just pulled up with the Bobcat, and they have done in like 2 minutes what it would have taken me an hour or two to do. They've got this fence ripped out, and they've got the gate ripped out, and they got the trailer moved, and that was just nothing. So in a few minutes, they're gonna actually start doing stuff on the ground. Man, with the right tools, it only takes a few minutes to get some stuff done. So let me show you in less than 5 minutes. They've got some stuff dug out here really quick. They got that all cleaned up. Man, oh man. Well, I turned around and the concrete guys have gone to lunch and they're all done. They're just waiting for the cement truck to come. So they made quick work out of this. They've got their rebar in, got it all tied up, got their spacer joints in, got it all tilted and sloped so that the rainwater won't gather. So pretty much close to done on this little project. Well, have you ever felt like your life is just chaotic? That's today. That's today. We are in the process of moving, and of course, you know me, don't like to pay for things that I can do myself, and so we are moving the majority of our stuff ourselves to save money. That's how you make money on deals like this. And we've got the piano movers coming today. We've got some helpers coming, but this is what chaos looks like. We've got donate pile. You know, we're still running our business, so we've got an oven over there that I'm repairing for somebody. We've got boxes here that are packed up and ready to go. Boxes in this room. We've got wrapping paper, extra boxes over here. So the piano movers will be coming soon today, and they'll be moving the grand piano for us and one other big piece.
but it'll be up to us to take care of the rest of it. That's where we are today. It's going to be a busy day, but it's not going to be over today. It's going to take a while to get this stuff taken care of.
Today at the 1970s beach house renovation, we have a lot going on. We have the guys here to install our gate on the back of the property, and we also have Texas Shield Coating here today, and they are grinding down the floor in the garage and putting on a really neat, most people get that epoxy floor, and this is a little bit better than that. It actually bonds down deep into the concrete so you don't have any problems. So I'm explaining a little bit about this now because they're over there and they've already started. They've got this huge sanding machine that just chews the concrete up like it's butter, and they're leveling out the floors, making it nice and smooth, prepping it for the coating, and then you know those flakes that they put on, and then that perfect top coat that makes everything smooth. And this stuff resists everything. Nothing sticks to it, nothing stains it. It's gonna be beautiful. So I won't be saying too much when I go over there probably, but here we go. Seems like I have one of those days about every other day. This morning we had everything lined out. We had the fence guys here to work on the gate. We had the guys here to do the new garage floor. And let me show you what has happened.
So they did one pass on the floor and took off all the stuff. And you see how that's a darker color right there? Well, see, compared to this right here, well, that means that there's moisture coming up from the slab. And every place in here that's got one of those little spots,
it makes it real difficult for that product to stick, and it could peel away. So they had to pack up and leave because the concrete was too wet. So they're gonna come back in a few days, and I'm gonna run some fans in here. We're gonna see if we can get it to dry out enough so that we can put the new flooring in. And you know, I want it to be done right. They want to do it right. So it's not anybody's fault. It's just that it just didn't work today. And then we're gonna come out here and I'm gonna show you guys the gate area. I'm gonna come back here and show you the materials. So here's the materials for the gate. And this right here, that is solid steel and is 10 foot long. And they want to use this material here. See these little caps and this plate right here to attach the plate to the concrete, and then this post, looks like it's a 4x4 post, to this, weld it down. And that's a 10 foot post. They're gonna cut it down, but still, that's a lot of weight plus the weight of the gate for a 3 or 4 inch piece of concrete to hold. The guy that came to install it said, oh no, this won't work. You've got to put concrete in a hole, and then you got to put this post in the hole and let it set up, and then attach the gates to that. So he called his boss, and his boss called me and said, well, my guy tells me that you want us to put concrete in holes, and that's gonna cost a whole lot more, and you don't need to do that. All you need to do is just put the 4 bolts down in the concrete, and that'll hold it. That's the way we do it all the time. I said, wait a second. I didn't say that. Your installer said that. So he said, well, I don't know why you would say that. I said, I don't know. You've got a guarantee, and you tell me it's gonna be good for 5 years, and so if it falls, you'll have to come out and fix it. He said, I don't have a problem with that. So they were supposed to go ahead and do the garage or the gate, and now they've gone. I don't know where they've gone. Their boss hasn't called me. So I've got no gate, and I got nothing. I got nothing. That's life sometimes. So today turned out to be pretty much a bust. I got Casey working on windows still. I can always depend on Casey. And we're gonna wait and see what happens with that garage floor. I've got the fans on it, and we're gonna wait and see what happens on the gate here. Until we know some answers, that's it for today. Well, anybody that knows me knows that I've always got a plan. Now, my plans don't always work, but I always have a plan. Had a plan to get this garage floor coated with this really great coating from Texas Shield Coatings. It's better than epoxy. It's gonna never let anything permeate into it or soak into it. And they came out and they started the process, and they ground down the cement and everything was great. They came back the next day and it had rained. And lo and behold, the floor in my garage doesn't have that barrier underneath it. I guess when they built the garage, either they didn't put it in or it wasn't a thing back then, who knows. But anyway, my slab leaks moisture. It absorbs moisture from below. It's been about 2 weeks since they started this project, and they've been waiting and waiting for the slab to dry out. And I've had a fan on it constantly, 2 fans on it constantly. And today they were finally scheduled to come back. And this morning, about 20 minutes before they got here, it started raining again. And I thought, well, that's really gonna kill us. But actually, they have been able to work. And so I'm gonna give you a peek of what they've been doing so far. So they had the floor all prepped the other time they were here, and today they have got the little flakes down. They came in this morning, they sanded the floor again, and then they took the leveler and leveled out the floor, and then they put all these little flakes down. They're gonna let that dry for a certain amount of time, and then they will come across it and put the clear top coat on it. But it's looking great. I'm really, really excited about it. All right, the garage floor is done, and I just love it. It is wonderful. I'll turn it around here. You guys can take a look. Man, oh man, that looks great. I am so happy with that. That is nice stuff. And it's water resistant, oil resistant, gasoline resistant, nothing phases it. It just wipes right up. I just love it. So we are ready to start bringing stuff in and putting this garage back together. Well, it feels like it's been forever since I've made any videos. It's wintertime in Galveston, and so the last 2 weeks has been really cold. And for us, that means, you know, down around the 32 degrees, and then with a wind chill like 25. So it's just way too cold for us to be doing anything outside. I know that we're wimps, but anyway, that's the way it goes when you're used to warmer weather. So I'm gonna give you a real quick update today on where we are, since it seems like I haven't been doing too good of a job of filming anything. But in the front of the house, we've got Casey working out here today. I think he's doing some painting, yeah. Casey's painting on windows today. Yeah, wave to everybody. And he's got 1 coat on everything, and he's working on the 2nd coat. He might finish that up today, but the windows are looking a lot better. And of course, whenever we finish up, we'll use the razor blade and cut this in, and it'll be all really nice. So other things that we've been doing is working on the garage and the gate and the concrete pad and the container. We've just made so much progress. And so here we are in the garage. You can see right here, we've got our new better than epoxy flooring in. We have moved in some, you know, of our stuff into the shop, and even got some stuff up on the walls a little bit. So of course the tractor's in here, and the neatest thing is that we've now moved the Mercury over here. We've got a nice enough garage that we can keep the Mercury over at this house. And then over here, this is our new gate. Remember how we had it wooden before, and it was a 90-degree curve there? So now it's much bigger and better. And if you'll look on the other side, you can see that's our concrete pad that we poured. And now I've got
extra room for my trailer to go in here, and I've still got room for some stuff here. And looky there, there's the container that we talked about getting. That is now in place. And we've moved a lot of our stuff, a lot of my tools and stuff over. So I'll go over and show you the inside of the container. Got the hot tub moved over, haven't got it hooked up yet. So here's a couple days worth of work. We got a bunch of tools moved into the container, and with all of this stuff in the container, it frees my garage up so that my garage doesn't have to be cluttered, and it can just be for nice stuff. Like the Big Boss keeps your car in the garage, keep the Mercury in there and the tractor and some things like that we want to try and keep nice. So got a bunch of tools out here, and this is still a work in progress. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to keep this organized or get organized. But anyway, that's the update on where we are today. And we should finish the windows up, and then we've got to do some work on the outside of the house. This area up here that is brown wood, that has got to be replaced, and there's a gable end here, gable end on the other side of the house, right over there. If I can get you up there to where you can see it. In the very front of the house, where the driveway is, there's a gable there as well. So always a lot that needs to be done. Never enough money or time to get it done though.